There's this subreddit, and it's a default one. So if you're signed out, you end up seeing the posts on it. And it's got noble, altruistic intentions. It's called r/getmotivated. So it's like, you know, oh, I got a paper due tomorrow, but I don't want to do it. Let me just browse r/getmotivated for 25 minutes, right? To get the motivation necessary to write this 2-page paper. And the top post yesterday was Johnny Knoxville on a jet ski going over like a big ramp and about to crash into something. And it said, sometimes you just have to take a deep breath and say fuck it. And I'm like, that is like the worst motivational quote of all time. He apparently has like a permanent, his defense is out of control. He has like a permanent catheter that he has to insert into his urethra anytime he wants to pee. Because he's been through so much shit. And I'm like, you know, I admire that he's lived his life his way, but is that really what you want for motivation? Is this dude who's like, yeah, sometimes you just gotta say, fuck it, take a deep breath and do it, and then end up getting a catheter for the rest of your life. Maybe what you need is like not to be motivated. There needs to be another subreddit that's like r/carefully consider your risks versus rewards. He got a bike handlebar shoved up his dick hole. There's like 5 people said that in chat at once. So I'm pretty sure that's not just like one person trying to spread misinformation.
Horrifying.
5 people were
I
like,
don't even
yeah.
want to think about that.
How does that even happen?
The physics involves so much setup that I don't want to ever think about that again.
Like, even if that was perfectly, like, in line with the amount of force it would take to push it in there, I can't even... Through your pants, probably. That's the kind of thing where if you tried to do it, I would say that's borderline impossible.
How do you get to that stage where it's like, you just don't give a shit if people just, like, impale you with something?
I mean, that stage happens after you've, at one point in your life, had a bike handlebar shoved up your dick hole. Because then you're like, man, no matter what happens, it can't be as bad as the time I got the bike handlebar shoved up my dick hole.
I guess so.
And I'm constantly reminded of it every day, because every time I urinate, I have to insert this catheter. This is quite literally a dick fuck. It was a motorcycle accident.
Oh, okay. So at least it wasn't like he did this for a gag.
Right, yeah.
Like,
whoa, okay, well, no.
Like,
because then immediately right after, somebody said, so it was a motorcycle accident. That sounds like he was driving or something. But then it said he was on his motorbike and he tried to do a backflip and the handlebar went up his dick hole. What seems to be the problem, Mr. Knoxville? Well, got a motorcycle handlebar shoved up my urethra, doctor. Oh, how did that happen? You haven't seen that one before. Yeah, I was trying to do a backflip and I landed weird. That's like, you know, sometimes they have those stories and they're like, you know, anti-gay politician had to go to the emergency room to get a wine bottle removed from his asshole. And they're always like, I just slipped and that's how it happened.
That actually kind of lends a little credence to maybe their stories might be more likely.
Those are all wrong. But this one, you gotta be like, oh yeah, okay, Mr. Knoxville, you had a motorcycle accident. Yeah, that's how the bike handlebar got shoved up your dick hole. And he's like, no, doctor, the amount of force required to do this was unbelievable.
I would assume the whole process was on tape, so like that does change the way it's all received.
Jeez, I hope it was all on tape. You gotta get something out of that.
But I also hope that I never in my life see it.
That's like the tape at the end of Grizzly Man.
Dude, that is the tape from The Ring.
Can you imagine how quick he probably urinates?
It's probably like a peg of water that just falls out of it.
Yeah, just like one little like a cylinder of urine. It covers like
a little water balloon goes off.
It's like the radius of the whole toilet bowl.
Fuck's sake, that's not what happened, someone said.
Oh, Jesus.
Hey, I want to not believe, so I'm totally on board for not believing that.
There's so much information here. What is going on? He's still living his life.
I'm never gonna put a handlebar in my urethra. I promise you that.